Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Let's talk about Wanda shading Melody, shading the melometers, and mentioning True T. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber and everyone else watching and lurking in the shadows, please make sure you like, share, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Now let's get into it. So Wanda went live recently and she was like trying to address all of like the comments about bloggers coming for her. I'm like, well, you started, I feel. And then, the bloggers post what the bloggers post. And then, you say your little 2 cents and that's all that is. So she mentioned True T and feeling like True T is always talking about her. She's a blogger. That's like saying like, oh, don't talk about me. We are going to talk about you. Like on the show, you're part of the characters of the shows we cover. So we will be talking about anything. Well, you're no longer part of it, but technically you are still very involved. So yes, we will be talking about it. So shout out to True T. So she was basically saying anyway, Wanda, that she is going to be standing on, well, she didn't use the exact words, but basically applying pressure on these bloggers in these YouTube streets. She's going to be standing her ground. That is what she was saying. She tried to say it that like anyone who wants to come for her has to come correct. She ain't Marie, she ain't Miss So. I'm like, okay. And like, if you want to call her name, call her name. I'm like, well, people do call your name unless are we missing anything? As far as we know, on this channel, if we want to talk about Wanda, we call Wanda. If we want to talk about Maurice, we talk about Maurice. If we're going to be talking about anyone else, we call their name. So that doesn't apply to us on this channel. I'm glad at least that does not apply. Then, of course, she starts going on about Melody. Here's the thing. People can't help themselves when it comes to Melody. I don't know what it is. Like, what is it about that woman that gets people so wired up? Like, what is it? So she started like saying, Melody has 50 things going on and what? Nothing is sticking. I'm like, okay, let me educate you real quick. You said nothing is sticking. Well, 7th Beauty Avenue has been here for how long? I believe 2 years now. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is stuck. She's constantly getting return customers. I see people in the chat talking about how amazing the products are. If I was in the US, I would buy the products too because I want to get in on this action. So let's be clear, 7 Beauty is sticking. Now let's talk about the property preservation classes as well. I've seen people in comments, I've seen people in chats talking about how the property preservation class changed their lives. That is stuck. She has been doing that for a while and it still is. Let's talk about mimosas with Melody. She has been doing that for a while and is still doing it. So like, what exactly is your point? I'm sure I can name even more things, right? Like, yes, certain things like, okay, the fashion, she still does it. She's a fashion girly, right? But yes, when she has collections, she puts them out, makes her money, does other things. So what is the problem? Is the problem because you don't have ideas and do not know what to do? Is that what the issue is? Because I don't really understand why it's such a problem that she's doing multiple things. She should be doing multiple things. It's called multiple streams of income. Maybe you need to educate yourself so that you can do better. So honestly, I'm just like, yes, she can be a producer. She can be a fashion person, yeah? She can be a model. She can be an actress, okay? She can be a reality TV star. She can have a skincare line, a beauty line that also now does leggings. She can do all of that and more because she can. And because she has supporters and people who would buy her ish. And because she does things properly. So either way, because the quality is good, people gonna buy it regardless. Okay, so sit over there and maybe she can teach you a few things about how to get this money. I feel like Wanda needs a money making class with Melody Shari so she can teach you 50 things that you can do to make some money. Now let's move on. So The other thing is she was talking about like she feels like Melody pays a couple of people and tells them what to say. Let's be clear, Melody will not be stupid enough to do such a thing. Now, please, I don't want you guys to misunderstand me. I'm not saying Melody is stupid. I'm just saying that would be a stupid thing to do because people talk, right? All it takes is for one day you're no longer in the good graces of this person, and this person is going to be outside on these YouTube streets singing like a canary. She ain't gonna do that. She is a smart businesswoman who is not going to fall for that stupid idea. So no, she's not paying nobody to tell them what to say. Let's be clear. Then she goes on to call melometers names. I'm like, the war against melometers is becoming old. Leave the melometers alone. Like, are you so upset because you don't have fans that support you on the same level that the melometers support Melody? Maybe if you came across better, you will have those sort of fans. Maybe you need to take some notes from Miss Melody and ask her, ma'am, how do you do this? And maybe take some notes so they can help you build your fan base. I'm just saying. Of course, she gave a little dig to Black Titanic, talking about she needs to sit her. I'm not going to say it because I'm not about to repeat such nonsense on my channel. Basically said an ageist comment towards Black Titanic. And then she talked about the fact that like people are mad because Tisha got a brand new car. I'm like, so? And how much is a brand new car? Like, stop acting like, oh, she's out here driving like some luxury car. Now, I don't know what car it is, but I can almost bet my top dollar that it's not an exceptionally expensive car. And then she talks about her son got a nice car. I'm like, and her husband got 4 nice cars. I'm like, so? But he's also allegedly having all these lawsuits. Okay, cool. Well, maybe who has lawsuits against him can focus on the fact that he got these cars and maybe try and, figure out what to do in relation to those cars. I'm just saying. She also mentioned the fact that she only talks about bloggers that talk about her. And, she ain't like Kiki. She's not going to talk about the show before it airs. I'm like, oh, okay. I would have thought, like, in the past, you've gone on live to talk about various things on the show before it actually came out on the show. Unless I'm making it up. You guys, let me know in the comment section if you guys remember her ever saying something that came up before the show aired. She also complained about the melometers doing Melody's dirty work. And here's the thing. Nobody on the show is a friend of Melody Shari. Nobody on the show supports that woman in the way in which she should be supported, right? There is nothing that this woman has done on the show that warrants the sort of treatment they give her. So guess what? You are going to get the support from external factors if you ain't getting it at home, right? Even the Bible talks about like Jesus in his hometown was not able to do miracles because of their unbelief. Now, it's a slightly different point, but the point is, they didn't appreciate him there. But guess what? All other places he went to, he was working miracles, doing so much, right? But that's the thing. I feel like Melody is not really appreciated on the show. So guess what? Outside, people like us appreciate and see what she brings to the table. So it's not about doing the dirty work. It's about standing up for what is right. And if people on the show don't want to stand up for what is right, people outside of the show go and stand up and show out. That's all I'm saying. And then, of course, someone said that the melometers were jealous of Tisha. I'm like, girl, what is there to be jealous of? Someone that talks like she's not educated? Someone that continues to stay with a man that can't even give her a straight answer about whether or not he cheated? Like, what is there to be jealous of? I just don't get it. What is there? And of course, this woman says it's absolutely right. Who would it be? And she talks about how, Tisha is a cute ass, black, dark skinned girl that's happily married to her husband. And that, there's an image of that and blah, blah, blah. Now, Tisha is a cute girl. She's a beautiful looking woman. I wouldn't even call her a girl. She's a beautiful looking woman. Yes. Is she happily married? I would not say that. That is not the standard I would look to if I was looking at marriages where it's a successful marriage. No, I wouldn't be looking at that. And yeah, that is not an image I'm trying to attain with all these lawsuits. So no, there is nothing to be absolutely jealous of in relation to her. Now, she then tried to throw a little shade, threw shade at Melody's way, talking about, you have this nice, bright skinned lady who got the skin and body, and she does. Absolutely. And she couldn't keep a hold of a man. That irritates me, and I'll tell you why. I hate when women try to make another woman responsible for the actions of a grown ass man. How can you say this woman struggled to hold a man when this man was out here cheating? Would you want to be holding that kind of man? She ain't Tisha. She does not have to hold on to a man. No, she doesn't. If he's out here cheating, violating the vows, having a side baby, what do you think? What is right for her to do? How is it then being said she couldn't keep a hold of her man? How is that meant to be an insult towards her? Who wants to keep a hold of that kind of man? Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the chat. Let's talk about it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and tap that bell for notifications so you know every single time that I post. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I want to talk about it. Let's continue the conversation in the chat, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.